Hello everyone, it's Matt here from Prepared UK, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this Mophie Juice Pack Air, which answers a whole host of problems with the iPhone 7 Plus. If it has that many problems, you might say, why get an iPhone 7 Plus in the first place? Especially as the 8 is about to be imminently released, followed by the incredibly desirable 10. Well, a few reasons. You used to travel, I've been travelling a lot in the last 12 years, internationally for work, maybe as many as 5 or 6 times a year. Used to travel with generous luggage allowance, 32 kilograms. Used to put my MacBook into my hold luggage. Used to have my iPad in my carry-on bag. Used to have my iPhone in my pocket. Now we're finding we're travelling increasingly lighter and hand luggage only. So all of these extra privileges have kind of shrunk back, and I have decided to throw all of my eggs into one basket and go with the iPhone 7 Plus, which with a 256 gig memory should be able to sort me out away from the cloud and be big enough to watch a film on, small enough to make a call on, fast enough to do an email or video conference. But two big problems with it. First of all, it doesn't charge wirelessly, and second up, the battery only lasts a day. It is, I believe, a 2,900 milliamp hour battery, which is a good battery for a phone, but it's not going to last forever. So, as with many people, when I first got my iPhone, the first thing I did was buy a wireless charging case for it. Now, I think the iPhone is a beautiful thing, and I think it's a shame, but what the majority of people do within 1 minute of getting it out of its original box is put it into a case. Now, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm hoping that the case that I'm going to use will not only offer me a huge amount of protection, but will also give me wireless charging capability and an additional onboard battery. Now, I used to have something similar to this, made by Mophie. Not cheap, but comes with a whole host of really top drawer reviews. I used to have a similar one to this for an older phone that I had that was made by Anker. It was a very similar design. So when I saw this design, I thought, yes, that's going to be the way forward. There's a little button on the back, charges straight away. So absolutely no complaints there. Doesn't add a huge amount of size to the phone. There's a little bit across the bottom here. Doesn't add a huge amount of weight, but what it does add, alongside wireless charging capabilities, is an extra 33 hours of talk time, 20 hours of web browsing, 22 hours of video playback, and 94 hours of music playback. Obviously you can have one or the other, or a combination of, you can't have all of those. It says here that the built-in magnets align with any Mophie Charge Force accessory for a perfect charge every time. There's an LED indicator on the back to show you how much it is. This is approximately 50% charged. Straight through speakers. Converts the Lightning Thunderbolt to a micro USB, which in itself, I think, is a good thing. And has itself on board a 2,450 mAh battery. So it's going to give you about one full recharge. But what you can do is, if you go to an American style restaurant or a coffee chain, something like that, that has wireless charging available at the tables, is for the price of a cup of coffee, you can not only charge your phone and your backup battery, but you can also charge yourself. So in terms of travelling, it's going to give a lot of protection to the phone because the corners are slightly raised. So if it falls onto a flat surface, it's not going to be the screen that contacts the surface, it's going to be the corners of the case. The buttons work absolutely fine. The whole thing just is genius. And again, it fits in with those Prepared UK kind of ethoses of being practical, flexible, functional, and it has a nice aesthetic to it as well. If you're going to go for an iPhone, any of the iPhone Plus series, then you've already consciously made that decision that it doesn't matter that it's a little bit bigger. So adding that extra few percent onto the overall size of it is going to be not going to be something that you're going to have to wrestle with. I did mention that Mophie have other accessories in this range, and I did buy a Charge Force power station, but in the process of having it delivered, there seems to be a bit of an issue with the packaging in transit. And it came and it was wet and sticky, smelled slightly of an acetone, not an engine oil, smelled of a chemical anyway. So when it arrived, I've had it a couple of days, but I haven't used it because I wanted to do an unboxing video, which unfortunately the delivery driver has denied me the opportunity to do. But the actual device itself was absolutely unscathed. There was not a drop of liquid on it, there was not a scratch, not a mark, not a nothing. So I was very reluctant to kind of send it back. But in terms of travelling, switch it on, leave it, I guess, on your nightstand in your hotel room and charge your phone wirelessly. Yeah. So where we all used to carry a battery pack around with us that used to connect via a USB cable to our phone, now you have the facility, you can just pop your phone down on the battery and the QI circuit in the back of the phone will take care of it for you. Yeah? And as promised, it does attach via battery. Shouldn't make any difference which way around it goes. Still just comes on charged. Look, there's the phone. This isn't switched on or anything. And then boom, charges your phone. Just like that. So if you were watching a film on an aeroplane, just popping it down by your bed when you went to bed in your hotel room, something like that, then boom. And it will give you an extra 48 hours. Let me just have a look, see now. Gives 10 hours to a QI compatible tablet, 14 hours to a small tablet, and 48 hours to a smartphone. And it is 10,000 mAh, which is what the same battery capacity as the best-selling Anker power bank. So, yeah, love it. It has its own USB port, which means that you can charge somebody else's phone, and it charges itself via micro USB, which could pose a bit of a disadvantage because it is a 2-in-1 power station. It will power via the onboard QI, or it will power via USB. It will only charge via micro USB, so you can't go to an American style diner, McDonald's, such like, Burger King, KFC, or to a large coffee chain like Costa's or Starbucks, or anywhere of the plethora of places that now have QI charging in their tables, and put the battery pack down and charge it. And to my mind, that could be its disadvantage. Because if you were to go into a coffee shop or go anywhere that had QI charging table, you'd want to pop this out of your bag, pop it on the table and charge it. Use another port to charge your phone, and then you've got 1 day, 2 days, 4 days. Here you've got 6 days charging. You've got 4 of them invested in here. No QI charging capabilities. You could, I suppose, add an additional QI charging loop to it to plug into the micro USB port, but then you're carrying extra stuff. And the whole point of this system is to minimise the fuss of carrying this cable and that cable and the other cable. So, in conclusion, it's brilliant. I love it. You just put it down and it charges. It's got a magnet on it. It kind of works. Yeah, but I suppose on a train or an aeroplane or in a car, then it's not going to fall off. I don't think you'd be running around in the woods with it like this. But it does hold it securely enough in place for it to charge, not to take a parachute jump. Yeah. In conclusion then, many advantages. Offers good protection physically to the phone, impairs the functionality in no way whatsoever, gives you an extra day, has priority charging so that if everything's flat, it charges your phone first and then charges itself second. Gives you 2 days, and this gives you 4 days. The only downside to it being, unfortunately, the power charger doesn't have its own QI loop to enable you to charge it wirelessly. Yeah. I've never seen a review anywhere on the internet that criticised this for not having a QI loop. It was it was designed, I think, before onboard battery power bank QI charging was something that people thought that they needed. Yeah. Highly recommended. If you have plugged for a Plus series phone, then these Mophie cases are ideal for giving you the extra protection and the extra power. If, like me, you've gone for all of your eggs in one basket and you just want to use your phone for your computing, email, YouTube, films, music, calls, Skype home, you name it, you want it to do everything, you're going to hammer that battery. So having the battery in the back is genius. Having the ability to get an extra 4 days out of it from the power bank is just brilliant as well. I will keep an eye on it and see how it functions, and if there are any problems with it. But otherwise, yeah. See, look. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. The power bank is charging the case, and it's the little lightning symbols on it's charging the phone as well. What else could you want? No wires. Brilliant. Okay, so this has been Matt for Prepared UK with the Mophie Juice Pack Air iPhone 7 Plus case and power bank. As always, if you've enjoyed my video, please like, share and subscribe. I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.